In the name of God the Compassionate, Merciful. Hi everyone, I introduce myself. My name is Siham Al-Sudani, Department of English Language and Literature, University of Qom, Iran. Supervisor Professor Dr. Akbarian. The topic of my presentation is Social Linguistic Pragmatics Based Research, Second Language Research, Methodology and Design, Chapter 3, Common Data Collection Measures. Contents, Introduction, Naturalistic Settings, Elist Narratives, Silent Film, Film Strips with minimal sound, Picture, Tasks, Discourse, Completion Test, Role Play, Video Playback for Interpretation and Conclusion. Introduction. Sociolinguistic and pragmatics are disciplines that examine language in context. They emphasize social and contextual factors that influence the acquisition and production of the second language. Second language production is influenced by the external variables such as the specific task required of the learner. Methods of doing sociolinguistic and pragmatic based research. Naturalistic settings. Researchers attempt to set up situations in which certain language events will occur. Elicited narratives ask participants to tell a story about some past event or future plans. Discourse completion tests. If one wants to investigate speech acts such as apologize, invitation refusal, and so forth. Common ways of eliciting stories. Silent films. One way to elicit data is through the retelling of silent film. Film must be as culturally neutral as possible if one is to use them for learners of different language. Film cannot be too long or too short, and learners may need to believe that they are telling it to a person who has never seen the film. Film strips with minimal sound. Films. There are some films that have minimal dialogue. These can be used in the same way as silent film by turning the sound off. Picture tasks. Give the participants the sequence of the picture and have them tell the story right way. Give them time to think about the story and gather their thoughts. Discourse completion test is used when one wants to investigate an act of speech such as calling, rejecting, etc. One can manipulate factors such as age differences. Role play. There are two types of role play. Open role plays involve interaction played out by two or more individuals in response to a particular situation. Closed role plays are similar to discourse completion tasks, but in an oral model. Participants are presented with situation and are asked to give a one-turn oral response. And finally, video playback for interpretation, organizing scenarios according to subject variable. Video tab. Then preparing specific question and divining reaction to pragmatic and grammatical errors by filming videos of non-native speakers, making them the listeners, ESL and EFL learners and teachers were given the questionnaire and asked to rate each episode situation. Conclusion: sociolinguistic and pragmatics based research focuses on the social and contextual factors that influence the learning and production of the second language. Naturalistic conversation, elicit narratives, discourse, completion, test, role play, and video playback for interpretation are typical methods. Thank you very much for listening.